Hi, I'm Elle, intuitive wellness coach for women, and today I'm sharing 12 tips on how to align with your menstrual cycle or the moon cycle to leverage natural energy cycles of your body and the universe. When we align our lifestyle, eating habits, workouts, and business endeavors with the four phases of our cycle or the moon cycle, we can tap into innate energies in our bodies and the universe to supercharge our goals. So, whether it's reducing stress, connecting with others, enhancing our intuition, weight loss, building muscle, or channeling our creativity to open up more abundance, we can work in partnership with natural cycles of energy to level up our results. When we begin to embrace our cycles, it can be a learning curve, not only for ourselves, but for others around us. It's an adjustment and it can be a little bit experimental, but the benefits of working in harmony with your hormones and energy levels will give you an advantage because then you'll be managing your energy, not your time. Whether it's your body's menstrual cycle or the moon cycle that you'd like to align with, there are four phases that make up these cycles and they mirror each other beautifully. I'm sharing 3 tips for each phase with you, so let's dive into the four phases. In connection with the energies present, I've named each phase of a cycle. This applies to both the menstrual cycle and the moon cycle. As you can see, the first phase begins at menstruation and it's also linked to the new moon. I've named this phase Attune. Next is the follicular phase or waxing moon phase, which I've named Awaken. The culmination point of the cycle arrives at ovulation or the full moon, and I've named this phase Thrive. And as the energies begin to wane along with the waning moon and the luteal premenstrual phase, I've named this phase Surrender. Here are 3 ways to honor each phase of your cycle, beginning with Attune. So, the first tip for the attune phase is to slow down and honor your needs for rest at this time. You can do a new moon ritual or a menstrual phase ritual where you do some guided meditation. We can enhance our intuition at this time. So, any type of self reflection or going inwards would really benefit you. You could also do some reading, sitting or walking in nature, or listening to calming music. Be mindful not to schedule too many things in your calendar around this time so that you can honor the feminine need for rest and replenishment. Our hormones ebb and flow, and if you're following the menstrual cycle, then this is the opportune time to block out some time in your schedule to just be and rest, even if it feels unproductive. Tip number 2 is that during this time, you may receive divine downloads of inspiration and ideas. So keep a notebook with you to write down your ideas as they come, or use the Notes app in your phone. This is also a great time for writing in your journal, exploring those inner work prompts to self reflect and make shifts to your thoughts, beliefs, and perspectives that will help you to gain new ways of being that can serve you better. When we reflect on our actions and thoughts during this time, there's an opening for deep understanding, and with that comes growth and new possibilities. Tip number 3 is to take this time to release emotions. We want to avoid living with stuck emotions and baggage from past situations as much as possible. So, explore ways to gently release emotions, either by having some alone time or seeking out a method for releasing energetic blockages, such as Reiki or tapping or other methodologies, therapies, or energy work. Moving on to the awaken phase, which is aligned with the follicular phase or the waxing moon. My first tip is to do some planning of goals at this time. Work on those business endeavors, or if you've ever wanted to begin a side hustle, this is a great time to bring those ideas into action, just like planting seeds to sprout into tiny seedlings. Take actions towards your goals and visualize that these actions are seeds that will manifest in the future. Tip number 2 is to embrace lots of green, non starchy vegetables at this time, such as the type of things that we think of as being in season in the springtime: asparagus, peas, leafy greens. Steaming them would be a great option, and also including some healthy fats such as avocados or flax seeds, nuts or olive oil. This helps our bodies to build estrogen so that we can balance our hormones and our cycle. The third tip is as this phase continues, energies increase. So you might find yourself feeling more natural energy and wanting to move your body. This is a good time to try new things, whether it be new workouts or new recipes or new habits. It can sometimes be very challenging to form new healthy habits because it entails some rewiring of our neural pathways in the brain. But with the awakened energies at your heels, you have extra momentum to breeze through and turn ideas into decisions and decisions into action. So spring forward. Moving on to the thrive phase, which is aligned with ovulation and the full moon. This is the full bloom of the cycle, and it's a time to be seen and heard. So express yourself, get creative, give a presentation, go on a date, and put yourself out there. Your confidence is likely to peak at this time in your cycle, along with your communication and networking abilities, thanks to a surge in hormones. So lead with your strengths at this time and make those boss babe moves that could advance your life in some way. Tip number two for the thrive phase is that this can be a high energy time. So embrace more strenuous workouts if you feel like moving your body. You may have more endurance and natural feelings of wanting to push your workouts harder or longer or do some more intense moves. Tip number three is to plan something fun, something that gives you a taste of the life that you'd like to manifest, something that you enjoy. It can help to schedule these things in advance. So, as you begin working with your cycles, look ahead at where your ovulation or the full moon is likely to happen and pre plan something immersive and exciting to look forward to. Moving on to the surrender phase, which is aligned with the luteal premenstrual phase and the waning moon. So, tip number one is that this is a time when you may want to tend to things that need finishing off, finalizing projects, having clarity to make decisions about things around the home, ordering supplies that you may need but have been putting off. So, revisit your to do list, and you just might find that you'll be motivated to finally do the thing that you've been putting off for a long time. At this time, we can also feel frustrated with things that don't flow smoothly. So, with this energy, you can actually clearly see what needs to be upgraded, streamlined, revamped, or overhauled. So, it's a great time for DIY around the home or finalizing creative or business projects. Tip number two is that as the phase continues, energies wane and the ebb and flow of hormones do as well. So, this could bring up the need for greater comfort and coziness. This is a good time to create those moments of comfort in your life, spending time with the ones you love, getting some physical touch, maybe a massage or a facial, hugs from family and pets, and engage in gentle movement like Pilates or yoga, followed by some foam rolling or a self massage with warming oils such as a sesame seed oil blend. Be gentle with yourself and find ways to get those feel good, mood boosting hormones released, like serotonin and oxytocin, through relaxation and things that bring you contentment. Tip number three is to embrace warming foods that bring you comfort, much like the meals that we would have in the fall or autumn time. Stews, baked veggies, casseroles, oatmeal with lots of cinnamon, baked apples, or even pasta dishes. The glucose from root vegetables and whole grains will help you build progesterone for a balanced, healthy cycle. This is a time where healthy carbs can be of benefit, as well as fruit and other whole food natural forms of glucose. By honoring our cycles, we can direct our energies into the things that support us as we move through each of these natural phases. It's like co creating with the universe to align with the kind of lifestyle that will bring us a new level of wellness. We can't be on the go constantly without rest, and we can't avoid change and growth either. So let's embrace our cycles and feel that holistic shift for the better in our lives. I'd love to hear about your experiences with aligning with your cycle, either your menstrual cycle or the moon cycle. So drop me a comment here and let me know if you've tried any of these approaches. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more wellness tips.